Well, hey, welcome back to the Citystead. I am Josh, and today I just got back from the post office. Check it out. My buddy Tom over at Whistle Thicket sent me this amazing little book. He wrote this beekeeper log book. Tons of awesome information. Lots of cool little charts. I've been checking through it, and it came at the exact perfect time. I am getting ready to get my first set of bees. The Nook is arriving actually tomorrow. How exciting is that? So perfect timing for Tom to send me this book. I can actually start my whole process, tracking everything through his logbook. Lots of cool log stuff in here, really interesting. A lot of cool little tidbits about bees, information. Tom's a pretty good beekeeper. I really was getting into Tom's beekeeping videos. He was talking a lot about how he was making different revenues with the different products that the bees produce. So super excited to have this book. Tom, thank you. If you guys are not familiar with Tom, I'll link him down below. Go check him out. I really encourage it. He's got some really cool beekeeping videos, especially for like starting out, getting going, and trying to think of ideals to make money off of that. He's really good at that stuff. But I got this book. Perfect timing. I've been cleaning out the apiary. As you guys know, it was kind of like a junk corner, but now you can see it's kind of like a little bee haven. It's not quite there. I got a couple more things I want to do. I want to add some more flowers. I've got some fruit trees back here. I got a sort of a thing I'm going to use to set up water. So, and I got my stand. Today I'm going to show you how I built that little stand, and that's it. I'm just going to show you a little bit about building that stand, getting this area ready. It's kind of like my bee week. I've been doing all sorts of bee videos, so that's the next one. I'm going to show you how I built that cool little stand today. So as we're preparing to get our bees here at the Citystead, a lot of things have to be in place for that to happen. Hives, all that good stuff. We got to have some sort of fencing because hey buddy. We got to have some sort of fencing, which you saw I already was putting it together, working on it. The fencing is to make sure this little guy does not walk up to the hives and try to, you know, grab some bees. And then the other thing we need to do is make a stand. I'm going to show you real quick how I made my stand. It's super easy, super simple. And I'm doing one little thing that's a little different than what I see on some of them that I think is just going to be a little helpful for me while I do all the beekeeping stuff as we venture into it. Alright, you guys ready? You want to see it? Alright, so when I started building this, I wanted to... So when I started building this... Okay, you good? So when I started building this, what I really wanted to do was make sure I could fit 2 different hives on here. In case I needed to expand, or I just wanted to expand, if I was going to get more and more. I don't know how it's all going to go this first year, you know, so, but I want to be prepared for further on down the road. So I went 56 inches long on my 2x4 here. I just made a simple little frame. You can see here, I went a foot wide on my end board here, and that gives me about 15 inches width on here, which should hold that hive box pretty easily. I've already set it on here. It looks pretty good. The last thing I did was put 1 foot long legs on it. Nothing too bad. It's just a 4x4. Pretty easy little simple build. This thing really not hard to do. I might actually add a couple cross beams in here just to give it a little more strength in the middle, but being that it's kind of shorter, it's not really that bad. Alright, so we got our stand in place here. I picked back here a few different reasons. I could kind of block it off a little bit with my greenhouse. I built a little gate over there you guys saw. And also I like the fact that it gets all the morning sun up into the afternoon. You can see it's starting to get a little bit shady now. It's kind of later in the day. When the sun starts going down the other side of this garage, it'll get a lot cooler. Now from what I read, it's actually not too bad for them because it'll take less energy for the bees in the afternoon in that cooler weather to actually be able to work a little better. They won't have to flap their wings, they won't have to cool the brood down, stuff like that. So from my read-ins, I figured this was a pretty decent spot to do it, which just, it made sense to me after reading a lot about it. So I'm hoping this turns out the way I thought it would, because this would be a perfect little area altogether just for the layout of our property also. You know, it's just hopefully it's just beneficial all around for everyone. Me, the bees, the kids, everyone. All right, we're all set up. We're ready to go. Got my little stand there. Pretty nice little build, I think. I think it'll work perfect for what we need. Nothing fancy. I mean, they don't have to be real fancy. I've seen cinder blocks and boards, and I just wanted to do something a little bit. I like having the little space in the middle, kind of like a shelf. I could put tools. I could fit, you know, a hive on top of it if I need to. Whatever I can need to do, I know I can use that while I'm doing any kind of bee tending that I need. Just a good little space to have to put something to keep it up off the ground. It's kind of what I'm thinking about. And I'm thinking like another stand over here would probably be a good idea for when we're actually like pulling honey and switching frames and stuff like that. But we'll work on that when we get to that point. But right now, this is it. We're at the starting point, guys. The very starting point. The bees will be here tomorrow. So super excited to get them in here and start this little adventure. So remember, guys, be bold and grow bold. And as always, we'll see you in that next video.